Right, okay, welcome back. Tonight we are doing a stealther, and we're doing it on a roundabout. Well, I was singing Let It Go in my head there. Anyway. Made it across. This is going to be home for the night. There's traffic, like literally 20 feet away from me. And this is not a quiet roundabout. So it's either going to be a really bad night's sleep or it's not going to happen at all. But if this is uploaded, then at least in one way or another it has happened. So yeah, let's get into it. So this is my surroundings. I'll get the 360 camera out in a bit, but currently set up in a bit of a clearing on a roundabout, probably about 40 meters, I'd say, in diameter. It's a pretty busy junction. There's a small airport not far away, in fact right across the road. There's the end of the runway and some people. So probably best not to lift the camera up and about much. There are houses overlooking as well, so I'm going to have to spend a fair bit of my time down low. There's houses over that side as well. You can see over there. So hopefully nobody's got the binoculars out of the top windows looking at any aeroplanes. However, it's bank holiday weekend, so there's not a lot of air traffic coming in and out. So fingers crossed. Not too many people looking over this way. There are some proper gaps in these bushes. So this roundabout used to be really built up with trees, like loads of them, that sort of size, really high up, and that would have meant it would have been even better. However, due to them being too tall, I believe, and posing a risk, they cut them down. So we're down to just sort of head level or just below head level bushes, but we should be okay. So that is where I am proposing for myself to pitch the tent, but it is a tiny little little alcove or little opening. So the other options are down here. It's a little bit more exposed, but in reality, how exposed can you really be on a roundabout in the bushes? Just saying that sounds a bit weird. There's people walking literally just the other side of the road. And I'm a bit high up, and I walked in wearing a big red bag. It's not going to help things, is it? Anyway, right, have a little scout around. I'll get the 360 camera out and have a little look at the surroundings without trying to give myself away too much. Big white transit van just stopped. Ah well, right, catch you in a bit. Okie doke. Tell you what, double-decker buses are not your friend on a roundabout. Too many of them. Thankfully, not many people on the top floor. But this is the most nerve-wracking camp I've done in a long time. Traffic's still flowing quite a lot. 20 to 8 in the evening. It's still a beautiful evening as well. Sun's still shining nicely. It's still fairly warm. Still got my shorts on. These pasty white legs are a dead cert to give me away. So I might have to put some slightly differently coloured trousers on pretty soon. I'm probably best to stick a green fleece on, I think, because it is more exposed than I initially thought it was going to be. There's people walking just over there and looking at something. Another double-decker bus. Can't see it. Too many of them. Right. I'm currently sitting on my tent, and the van goes Soul 200 again. Nice and cheap, nice and light. Does exactly what I need it to do. And it was cheap as chips. It was £10 I paid for it in the end. So I'm not going to complain about that. I wouldn't take it out in torrential rain and or massively high winds, or in reality any strength wind, if I'm honest. But for the 1st of May, more than happy with it. It's supposed to get up to about 7 or 8 miles per hour, maybe 9, winds overnight, but I'm surrounded by plenty of bushes, and temperature's supposed to get just below freezing, so the cheap and cheerful sleeping bag I've got may not do everything it should, or everything it needs to do, everything I need it to do, but it's not about that. It's about the adventure, about the excitement. So I'm going to give it a little while before I start thinking about pitching anything, or indeed doing anything. I'm going to stick the 360 camera up on the tripod. Hopefully get a bit of footage for you. Right, I know I mentioned these before, but for those of you who, like me, have seen these in every petrol station, in every corner of the land. And I always thought, who needs those? I highly, highly recommend them. Once you open them, they just react with the air. And they take about maybe 20 minutes, half an hour to really get that chemical reaction going. But once they do, they are proper toasty warm. They really are good. So, brought a couple out with me. I bought a fair few from Tesco because I say it's the 1st of May and they don't deem anybody needs hand warmers in the from May onwards. But so I bought a fair few of them. I'll put the clip in now. How many are in each one now? So yeah, just a few, but they should last me through for the rest of spring, summer, the 2020s, 30s onwards. But at 20p a pop, they were spot on, and as the next sort of couple of hours go by, this will be absolutely superb. I've got another one to whack in my sleeping bag just before I, well, about an hour before I get in. Probably while watching a film or something. But yeah, anyway, highly recommend them. And for the price, they really are a very cheap but effective piece of kit. I'm going to chill out here for a bit. One of the greatest beers ever made, Witchwood's Hobgoblin Gold. Absolutely gorgeous. And chill out and watch the Everton Villa game. 11 minutes gone, 0-0. And hopefully once this is finished, that sun will have gone down, and we'll be in a position to start getting this tent up in one form or another. Anyway, yeah, catch you in a bit. So I got the sun going down now, just to the end of the, just over the end of the runway. There you go. See how close to the road we are now with the cars. I need to get out of this little position pretty quickly. As soon as these cars start coming down here with the lights on, they'll be all over me here. Anyway, soon be dark and ready to pitch the tent. Right, before these digits get absolutely annihilated and stop working altogether, it's time to get this up. Still a bit light, but it needs to get up. Right, let's do it. Okie dokie, and there we have it, tucked in nicely, that little alcove, and oh, jeez, and out of the way of too much view, I think. Yeah, shouldn't be too bad. here. She's not much, but she's honest. She's fine for me. Okie doke. So we're all done. All set up. Need to get my gear into the bag, gear into the tent in a minute. Still need to get myself a slightly stealthier coloured bag than bright red, but we can do that another time. Take on a little bit of a wander. So all these lovely yellow flowers. So there's one, it's a big junction coming onto the roundabout over there, feeder. There's another one, you can't really see it that side. You've seen all of the traffic, you can see the lights coming there. All the traffic coming from excuse me, all the traffic coming from that side. And that's at the end of the runway. You can see the red lights at the end of the runway. And there's the 360 camera trying to get a bit of footage. And so that's kind of this half of the roundabout. The other half, it's at the point now where the lights, people are coming down with lights on. They're going to quite easily see somebody just wandering around on a roundabout. And I'd rather that wasn't the case. So I think I'm going to stay in my lane for the next however long. But to be fair, home looks quite homely for the night. It's time for a beer and a chill out and watch the end of the match. Oh Christ! See, literally just right there. But this is the only place, not wandering around, but the only place I can actually get a tent or a pitch that is sort of not viewable by anyone if I'm at this level. So if I'm down here, literally nobody, unless you're really peering through those bushes. So the cars, there's a good number of bushes for them to get through there, so you can't see anything. And then all the way around to the tent and then back out again. So it's literally that little spot there, unless obviously you get high up and then you got, you know, all the houses and stuff. But those houses aren't an issue if you're down here either, only if you're up there. So if I stay down low, then we should be alright. Right, time for a sit down. Okay, so just to proper on edge at the moment. Okay, show you the sleep system. We've got a little Trekology cheap pillow, a very cheap Sunma sleeping bag. They call it 3 season. I was okay in the last one, which went down to 0, but I was wearing a lot of layers. And then I've just got a very cheap inflatable mat underneath. Got my hand warmer inside the sleeping bag, just warming it up. So I'm now just going to watch a video and maybe I'll speak to you before I head off to sleep. If I don't, I shall see you in the morning. Morning, morning. It is chilly. It's 20 past 5. So I beat my alarm. Still, there's a fair bit of traffic already. Some noisy ass tractors knocking about as well. It's quite a bit of condensation here in the inside. Woke up to a drip on my head, but hey, that's fine. Slept okay. A bit chilly, to be fair. Yeah, it really was. But anyway, let's go up and get outside and see what the world has to offer today. Oh, look at that. Beautiful morning sky. Frozen ground. But it's a lovely place to wake up to on my own. Sun's about to come up over there. Yeah, not bad at all. Right, time to get some hot water on for a brew, I think. That beautiful sunset just coming. Sunrise coming over the houses. Back of the factory at the back. I will say this every time, you see far fewer sunrises than you do sunsets, and they really are beautiful, so make the most of them if you can. Gorgeous. And then we've got that moon up there, saying goodbye for the day. And the sun saying good morning. Anyway, I need to say good morning to a brew. So, let's get this coffee on. So, yeah, my water boiling for my coffee on that one. I got this little cheap Mets stove just from Amazon. I think it was about a tenner or so. I'm going to get the pan of water for my porridge on that. Don't use a Mets stove in your tent, especially if you want to take that tent home with you. Not ideal, but this is ace. Love this. It takes a lot longer than that to get the water to the boil, but it certainly does the trick, and it's quiet. A couple of packs of Oh So Simple. I just make my flask up with coffee and sweetener already in there. Boil my water up and pop it in. There we go. milking. We're off and away. Breakfast done, coffee well underway. It's time to get this all packed up and get out of here before 6:30. Okay, that is me done. Leaving no trace, as you would expect. In fact, we're taking home people just there. It's the morning anyway. Doesn't matter if I get asked to move. Taking home more litter than we came with. For some reason, I assume it blew here rather than people having left it here. McDonald's wrappers over there. So we're taking that home with us anyway. Environment. But yeah, all done and dusted. Successful stealthy camp on a roundabout. And I'll be honest, I've seen worse roundabouts. Perfect little alcove, and it was very comfortable, if a little cold, but thoroughly enjoyable. So I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like and follow along for more adventures coming soon. See you later. Right, let's go. Ooh. Cars coming. There we go. Across the road. Everything's all right now, right? Bye-bye, roundabout.